Okay, next question. Next question. So, Ron asks, for anorexia, would you target females and age using all audience demographics options in AdWords, or does that tend to screw up call only from receiving any traffic? I absolutely use the audience tab. So if you, this is a very top level tab inside AdWords, and I'll have to break out the laptop and show you this because this is a really good place to look at that granular demographic detailed information. So age and sex is really important for a lot of different campaigns. I'll give you an example. I was running this back brace offer for a while. It makes sense when you're dealing with back brace to deal with older folks, mostly men. You could set up a campaign for men who are looking for free back braces. You could also set up a campaign that target the men's wives, right? Because most of the times the female is actually the healthcare facilitator in the family. She's the one that's going to poke and prod her husband to like get some help, get some treatment. She's the one that's going to take the kids to the doctor. You could reach out to that, and this is all done. This is all doable inside the audience tab, inside at the campaign level in AdWords. And unfortunately, you can't like dig into a campaign and then hit the audience tab. It's like it's got to be at the very top level, and then you can get in there. Now, my word of advice is if you start to go to this route, don't get too aggressive with the changes you make there. So, in other words, if your intention is I'm only going to target males that are ages 55 to 65. The first thing I would do is I would go in and I would probably just turn off the females and then let it run for a couple of days. And then come back and then start to kind of throttle back some of the age requirements. Because Google's algorithmic, it has to kind of like mull things over and process things. And eventually it'll start, after it's learned what you've done with the changes, it'll start to directly reflect, your traffic will start to reflect that. But it doesn't happen instantaneous. And that was my biggest problem, and it still is a lot of times. I make too many changes and I expect instant results, and there's a huge lag there. There's a significant delay, and it could be days. At least I think Google goes into like a learning mode that lasts like 3 days, like 3 business days, traffic days. So when you make significant changes, you're tweaking the algorithm. And you have to kind of wait it out. So if you want to keep the traffic flow kind of turned on, and you don't want to impede your progress, make like one change and give it time to kind of iron out. And once it kind of smooths out, then go make another change. Else you're going to like have tons of traffic on one day, and then you're going to go in and you're going to like kill all of the you're going to kill all the men or all the women in all of your ad groups and everybody that's under the age of 34, and then you're going to ask yourself, why did all the traffic stop? And it's not so much that those people aren't out there. It's that Google's like, they had to take a step back and go, okay, what did this guy just do? And that takes 3 days. So make small iterative changes, and they're easier to track that way too. Okay, hope that helped.